Jay, you'll have 3 minutes.
This is just for some public clarification on what's going on with this deal with OCEDA. From what I understand, this is $170,000 from the county for a 2-year agreement. Is that correct?
No, this is not a 2-year agreement. This is a $170,000 given to the town of Cicero for the comprehensive plan.
The time frame in the agreement stated from the first of this year, I believe, until the end of 2025.
Correct.
Okay. Just my comment is that this seems a little bit light for the scope of work involved. I understand you guys have, and your engineering team has a lot to do. If there is any way that we can reach out to the community through the means that I have or other people have to get you more money, because I think you're going to need it, please contact me. We'd be happy to help in that regard. On the actual agreement, this is page 8 in your attachment package. This is the bottom of page 3. It says that there is a municipal match is required. Is that a dollar for dollar match or
On this, there is no match.
okay, it just says that, and I'm reading literally from this.
It says the scope of work. It's kind of strange, but it'll say the scope of work and then the scope of work says no match.
Oh, okay. I don't believe that the no match verbiage was included in the scope of work, so I just want to bring that to your attention.
Thank you.
Will the consulting engineer planner, the consulting engineer still be Bergman Colliers?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
The scope of work, which are the last 2 pages in your attachment package. Just a couple quick comments. Under project summary, it lists strong centers as a requirement, a town center. I think myself and many other people are very hesitant about that because such a center might make central traffic intersections worse. So the town is just aware of that as it proceeds with this agreement. Under expectations of the consulting firm, it says specific expertise in public engagement. I don't believe that Bergman Colliers has performed sufficiently in this regard, and I hope they will up their game with regard to public engagement. And a good example of that is the Vision Cicero site, which really was a great effort when it was launched in April of last year, but seems to have fizzled out. I hope that this agreement and the new contract can be used to better their job in that regard. On the task list under scoping and coordination, there's a specific item that says public input and in parens optional. Because of the fact that Bergman Colliers doesn't seem to have performed that well with the public input during the last year. And I realize this is their job, not the town's job. Otherwise, I'd be talking to them, not to you. I hope they'll step up their game in that regard also. Under the kickoff meeting, it says refine an outreach plan. Is the outreach plan currently available for public review?
Okay.
I'll have to look at that because that was something that happened last year at this time was public outreach, and there's been a few public meetings and
there has been that, and I'm just wondering if there's a document which I can contact you offline later.
Okay. I think it was probably in their proposal.
Yep. Okay. When under the item where it says explore topic areas, those things make a lot of sense. I would just like to point out that within those general categories under explore topic areas, there's things like in-law suites, granny flats, ADUs, things that I mentioned last time I spoke before you, encouraging sensible code compliant modular construction, which is faster and simpler, and encouraging smaller, more conscientious developments of especially up to 4 units, and especially if one is owner occupied. I hope that as this new agreement proceeds, some of these things can be emphasized with the consulting engineering company because I think they're much more beneficial than large scale development.
Okay, Jay, you have 3 minutes. Okay, you're over. You want to speak at the end, you're more than welcome to. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, if you would, Counselor Hogan, number 3.
Move for the adoption of a resolution to approve, accept abstract number 12 dated 3/20/24 and abstract number 13 dated 3/27/2024.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Vote no or abstain, passed. The public hearing to consider the acceptance of the new lighting info into the town of Cicero's consolidated underground lighting district. At this time, I wish to waive the reading of the legal notices that were posted and advertised at the proper time.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Let's open the public hearing at
39.
6:39. Thank you, Mike.
Mhm.
Anyone like to come up and speak on behalf or against? Not? We'll close the public hearing at
6:39.
6:39. Thank you. Seeker for the new lighting at Lions Run 2. Move for the adoption of resolution declaring the addition of the property known as Lions Run 2, tax map number 080.1-14-01.0 to the town of Cicero Consolidated Underground Lighting District as an unlisted action for the purpose of seeker compliance. The proposed action does not require permit granting authority outside the town. The proposed action will not have a negative impact on the environment and does not require preparation of a draft environmental impact statement or any other statement as adopted.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Vote no or abstain, passed. Our decision, move for the adoption resolution to add the property known as Lions Run 2, tax map number 080.1-14-01.0 to the town of Cicero Consolidated Underground Lighting District.
Second.
Discussion.
I just want to say that I'm glad the town board is moving forward with adding light districts to all new construction. I think it's a great addition for safety.
Yeah, absolutely. All in favor?
Aye.
Vote no or abstain, passed. Public hearing to consider a community development grant application for accessibility enhancements at Skyway Park.
Second.
As this time, I wish to waive the reading for the legal notices that were posted and advertised at the proper time.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Or
Mike.
Steve, go ahead, Mike. Yes.
Excuse me, due to the fact that there is no, you can't actually see it, we're just listening to this over.
Yes.
Can everybody just announce when they do make a motion of who they are, like, Councilor Bacall, yes. I would appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Mike second.
Thank you.
Mike Mersey.
Thank you.
And those who are listening out there, we apologize for our technical difficulties tonight. Open the public hearing.
41.
6:41. Anyone like to speak on behalf or against this? No? We'll close the public hearing at 6:41. And our seeker is move for the adoption of resolution declaring the proposed accessibility enhancements of the installing asphalt pavement at Skyway Park as an unlisted action for the purpose of seeker compliance. The proposed action will not have any negative impact on the environment and does not require a preparation or of a draft environmental impact statement.
Second, Counselor Merzio.
Discussion?
Beat me to it.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Vote no or abstain. Passed.
Parks and Rec. Move for the adoption of a resolution to approve accepting a donated memorial bench from Will Myers and having it installed by the Parks Department at William Park. Approximate value of bench, $775.
Counselor Bacall, second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Vote no or abstain. Passed.
You want me to read this, John?
Yeah.
Counselor Bacall reading the motion. Approve new fire hydrant at Cicero Family Dental. Move for the adoption of resolution approving Aqua project number 4240040 9004-160 for installation of a fire hydrant number 15280 at Cicero Family Dental, property on South Bay Road, tax map number 051.4-05-03.2. The project is shown and referred to as map file number 1636. According to the agreement, Aqua will install the hydrant at the site as called for in the owner's development plan in conjunction with an 8-inch water main extension at the owner's sole expense. The town will be notified when the installation is complete, and therefore the Central New York Water Supply District will be billed at an annual hydrant maintenance expense, which is currently $87.86 per hydrant.
Second, Counselor Merzio.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Any wish to vote no or abstain? Passed. Move for the adoption resolution following as presented here. Whereas the town of Cicero has long recognized the need to create a comprehensive plan to help guide future land use decisions in the town. And whereas Onondaga County has expressed support for municipal planning efforts and has committed funds to assist municipalities fund planning projects. And whereas Onondaga County has agreed to commit $170,000 to pay for the new Cicero Comprehensive Plan, which is a large scope, multifaceted planning effort currently underway in the town. And whereas the town and the county propose to enter an agreement calling for the county to fund the effort in the amount of $170,000. A copy of the agreement has been supplied to both parties. It is hereby resolved that the town of Cicero approves the proposed revised contract number 5563 between town of Cicero and Onondaga County. Resolution authorizes the town supervisor to execute the contract as presented.
Second, Counselor Merzio.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Vote no or abstain? Passed.
Move for the adoption of a resolution to approve steel sales state contract number PC 69053 for 4,500 feet of various sized drainage pipe, couplers, tees, et cetera, in the amount of $25,000 from budget code 003-5110-4554-0000.
Second, Counselor Bigello.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Vote no or abstain? Passed.
Move for the adoption of a resolution to approve Crosswords Highway state contract PC 69053 for 2,500 feet of various sized metal drainage pipe, couplers, et cetera, in the amount of $23,000 from account code 003-5110-4554-0000.
Second, Counselor Bigello.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Vote no or abstain? Oh,
Tracy, sorry.
Excuse me. Council Brizio does the 284 agreement. Could you please add on also to execute for the highway superintendent to also execute that agreement?
Sure.
Thank you.
Did we vote?
Did we officially vote on that last one? I apologize for cutting. you
all,
off.
let's go back. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You wish to vote no or abstain? Passed.
Move for the adoption of a resolution to accept the 284 agreement for the expenditure of the highway funds for the 2024 year and approve the agreement for the expenditure of highway funds 284. Also to authorize the supervisor and town board and the highway superintendent to execute the agreement as presented.
Second, Counselor Bigello.
Discussion.
I just want to thank Chris and his team for the amount of time they put into redoing our roads every summer. So thank you.
Yeah, I know there's been a lot of people happy
Yeah.
over at Fantail and New Country. So
Chris, do you send out letters to all these residents in the neighborhoods that you're gonna, we put,
Normally, we don't, we'll send out, I guess we do, we send out letters saying that the construction's gonna start, that month.
in their neighborhood?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
I've seen highway employees, they'll walk up to doors and they'll leave leaflets as well. Yeah.
Speak with the residents.
Mhm.
Okay. Anybody else? Nope. All in favor?
Aye.
Vote no or abstain? Passed.
Move for the adoption of a resolution to approve Barrett Paving State Contract 23291 in the amount of $800,000.
Second, Counselor Bigello.
Discussion.
What budget,
was gonna
what
say,
budget
that's
line is
coming out
that
of the-
coming out of?
I think it's coming out of the 284 agreement fund.
Okay, what's this come out of? The 284, correct?
The paving line, I don't have the account code off the top.
Okay. I have a, Chris,
I
do-
apologize, we neglected to put it on there.
do we bid this out every year? Does this get bid out?
For Barrett,
No, through all the like Barrett or,
Yeah, that's all under county bid. Everything's under.
Everything's under the
county.
state contract. Yeah.
okay,
We bid it out 1 year and it actually came out more expensive than the county bid. So didn't save us any money.
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Vote no or abstain, passed.
Move for the adoption of a resolution to approve Seneca Stone County Contract 4584 in the amount of $158,000 from account code 003-5112-4750-0000.
Second, Counselor Bicallo.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Vote no or abstain, passed.
Move for the adoption of a resolution to approve Donegal Construction Corporation County Contract 4161 in the amount of $37,000 from account code 003-5112-4750-0000.
Second, Counselor Bicallo.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Vote no or abstain, passed.
Thank you.
I believe it's Charles Klein.
It is.
Misspelled.
It is
Okay.
Charles
Okay.
Klein.
Approve the pay rate for Charles Klein archery instructor. Move the adoption resolution to increase the hourly pay rate to $65 for the Charles Klein archery instructor effective March 24th, 2024.
Second, Counselor Merzio.
Discussion.
It's a really awesome program.
The funds brought into this program, this is paid out of that, right? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Vote no or abstain, passed. Anybody have any discussion items?
I'll just mention that since we did so much on paving and everything today, to remind people that as we enter construction season in upstate New York, we have several projects going on in Cicero. We have the new bridge construction up in Brewerton. We have the new bridge construction over 81 on South Bay Road, both of which will be one-way bridges during the construction period. We have the roundabout going in at Thompson Road and Route 31, and we have the lane expansion for the left turn lanes at South Bay and 31. So a lot going on, and with all the construction going on, just, be conscious of all the construction and stay safe.
Want to talk about that?
Sure. We have our annual Cicero Earth Day cleanup on Saturday, April 13th from 8 a.m. to noon, 8:30 a.m. to noon. Anyone that would wish to help out, please let us know and we can get you on board with our team. We all meet at the highway garage, and it's really a fun day to collaborate with our.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, ever since they've cut underneath the power lines, there is a whole lot of trash I didn't know existed that does. So
Tracy, you want to comment at all on that?
Yes, we've been doing it for 24 years here in the town of Cicero. I am so excited. It's one of the ones that you can actually go through and see the results afterwards. And, it's a huge community effort and event. And I have a lot of groups, a lot of people, actually Barrett Paving contacted me, and they have a group of people that are going to be doing this. So we're really excited to, again, clean up the town of Cicero from the winter. And it does not take one person, it takes a whole group. So working together to make a better community, to make our community look better. They did make it early, as you can see, on April 13th, because we work with Okra on this, and they are going to extend it. So this is a great opportunity for people to clean up their neighborhoods, clean up their, clean up everything and bring it to our highway department, because they can also, the following weekend, they can also bring it to the Cicero Highway Department. We'll have that availability, because I also wanted to mention too, our highway department does an excellent job, and we get calls all day long with people, cleaning up their yards and stuff. They always can drop metal off for free right at the new highway garage, and they can also bring their brush if they don't want to see it, out in front of their yard. They can bring it to the highway department, which is a wonderful service that the town board and organized for the residents, and the highway department does an excellent job on it. I just wanted to mention that.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Do we have an area where families and people with children can participate in this, where they're safe with children?
Tracy, you want to comment, because there's neighborhoods that you can.
Yes, definitely. Any place really. Okay. But definitely we do Circle Drive over there. That's kind of safe for the kids. Parks. We do the parks, some of the parks, we help them out, like Prank Road, Cicero Center, road, over at Central Park. So, yes, definitely.
It'd be great if we could add that to the
Definitely.
advertisement for maybe next time, just so that it kind of, because I know that they talk a lot about this at schools. So it's something that we could kind of like extend
I love
and
it.
kind of get the younger generation on board as well.
Excellent. Yeah.
Perfect. Mike, you want to talk about that quick?
Yeah, absolutely. On behalf of the police department, the Town of Cicero Car Seat Check event is this coming Tuesday, 4/2. And it's starting at 4 to 7 PM, and it's going to be at the police department, 6200 Route 31. It's a cool event. I usually like to get out there. It's fun. Yep.
Can I announce a couple things?
Sure.
I just want to give you an update that last month we broke ground at Plank Road Park on the pickleball courts. A lot of work has been done there in the last week or two, yesterday and today in particular, as well as the volleyball court area. So our hope is the contractor is going to be coming in April to work on that project. So that should be completed this summer. Want to really extend a huge thank you to the highway department, and many of their staff have been helping us with several park enhancement projects because they didn't have to plow as much as normal for the winter. It freed them up, and they have been helping us with pickleball, the volleyball courts. We're going to have a meeting next week and get back on track with the playground at William Park. We have also scheduled the grand opening for the splash pad in the playground to be June 13th. It's also the kickoff of our summer concert series, so look for details on that. And we will also, Cicero will be hosting a food truck rodeo each Thursday this summer, starting June 13th and going through August, on Thursday nights in the parking lot of the junior high or the high school next to the canteen. So we'll have some food trucks there on Thursday nights from 4 to 8 PM, and I'll get you more information on that. Thank you.
Thanks, Teresa. Our Brewerton revitalization, I'm excited and happy to announce this. There's an information session and a groundbreaking on Tuesday, April 9th at the Brewerton Fire Department at 6 PM. And we'll have discussions and a groundbreaking on the Route 11 streetscapes going from Guy Young Road to Bennett Street. Construction on that will start on April 15th, which is another couple weeks away. Sidewalk work will begin on the east side towards the bridge at the north end, and they will be moving southbound. And then they'll repeat it, and they'll go to the other side of the road on the west side and move again south on 11. There'll be no parking signs on either side of the road from 5 AM to 5 PM, Monday through Friday. And the project's expected to be completed by September of 24. And around about that time, they'll be installing the bridge on this temporary one-way bridge on the west side of the existing bridge. So there's going to be a lot of stuff going on in Brewerton. And like Mike said earlier, the roundabout and the South Bay Road Bridge, all that stuff is coming. And it's gonna give us some challenges in the town, but I want everybody to hopefully, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but I know it's going to be very upsetting to some, but progress is good. I'm sorry that it has to happen all at once, but the state roads make the decisions on the state projects. I don't make those. But we look to see you there on April 9th. Anybody else? No? Before we go into public comment, we're going to have Mallory Albert come up, and she's our town historian, and she's going to give us a presentation on the Cicero Historical Society.
Okay, well, hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. Like you said, my name is Mallory Albert. I am the town historian for the town of Cicero and also the president of the Cicero Historical Society. So I'm here today to just give you a bit of an update about what we are looking at doing for the next year. So next slide, please. Thank you. So we as a society were founded in 1978. We are located at 6453 State Route 31. As you're going towards Bridgeport, we're right next to Williams Farms, so that's a handy thing to remember. We are an all-volunteer organization, so we have a lot of very dedicated volunteers who come and help us out, and everything we do is because of them, so that's very wonderful, very thankful for that. So what do we do all the time? We are concerned, obviously, with preserving the history of the town of Cicero. We do that through collecting items that people donate to us and also collecting their stories and their photographs and all that kind of thing, and trying to make that accessible and available to the public. We also focus a lot on education. So we do that through our exhibits at the museum and also by having people come in and give talks. We've had a lot of really cool talks over the years. Like we've had, as example, we've had some on shipwrecks in Oneida Lake. We've also had talks on local Civil War veterans that were in the general Cicero's Clay, North Syracuse area. That was very interesting. We also have events. So sometime during the summer, we're hoping to have a metal detectorist come and give us a talk about what he does in the area and the things that he's been able to find, and to also do a sweep of our property and see if he can find anything. So that'll be very interesting. Next slide, please. Thank you. So our most important things, I guess, are our buildings. I'm going to start at the end of the rope there. We've got our museum and archive building that was built in 2006. That's where all of our exhibits are, including a space we just dedicated to being a rotating exhibit space. It's currently has a display about Cicero High School before it turned into Cicero North Syracuse High School. That's been very popular, but we're changing it out this year and we're changing it to children's toys. So that should be a lot of fun. Our next building is the log cabin that was built sometime around 1800 down on Lakeshore Road. It was donated to us and moved to our site in the 70s and reconstructed to what you see now. And then our most important building is our one-room schoolhouse. It was built in 1854 and actually functioned as the local school for that area until 1951 when they opened up Cicero Elementary. It's a wonderful time capsule of what that almost 100 years was like for students in the Cicero, in the, I guess, in that area. It's lose train of thought here, but it's a wonderful time capsule. It's our beautiful building. It currently has a very leaky roof. So if you come and visit us, you'll see our big, beautiful blue tarp on it. Our focus this year is going to be figuring out how to fundraise and get grants so we can replace that as soon as possible. Next slide, please. Thank you. Our upcoming events, we have our monthly meeting every third Tuesday at 7 o'clock from March to November. We meet at the museum meeting or at the museum building, and everyone is allowed or encouraged to come. Of course, you're allowed to come. We also have our open house every second Sunday from 12 to 3. Those are both through April through November. Upcoming dates, we have April 14th is our first open house of the season. It's also our cleanup day. So if anyone is really excited to do some raking, that's where we'll be. We also have our plant sale coming up on Sunday, May 19th, 12 to 3. That's always a very popular event for us and kind of our big fundraising event at the moment. Next slide, please. Thank you. And moving forward, following and support, we have a website, ciceronyhistorical.org, where you can contact us and learn more about us and the history of Cicero. We also post a lot on Facebook. We're Cicero NY Historical Society on Facebook. That's where we do most of our main communication, so follow us on there. We can also have a lot of ways that the community can support us. Number one is becoming a member. It's only $15 a year. That is a wonderful way to support us. We also have events and obviously encourage everybody to come and visit us on our open house or our talk days. You can also always donate to us. We're working on ways to streamline that to make it as functional as possible and easy for people. We're also kind of dipping our toes in the water of corporate sponsorship. So if anybody knows anybody or they themselves has a business that would like to sponsor a talk or an exhibit or a building, feel free to reach out. We also have the most important thing, which is word of mouth. If you come and visit us, if you enjoy what you have. If you have anything, any interaction with us whatsoever, tell everybody about it. Tell your family and friends how cool we are and how wonderful it would be for you to come and see us. But that's all I've got. So thank you very much. If anybody has any questions for me, I'm going to be here, but then also there's a contact form on our website. So feel free to send us an email.
Were you able to get a hold of Grant Writer?
No,
You weren't?
I have.
I'll try tomorrow for you.
Okay, thank you. That would be very appreciated.
Hey, Mallory, it was really cool. It was, I know Teresa can talk to it as well. It didn't happen last year. It ran for 3 years. It was the Historical Society in Brewerton. They did this really cool, they called it a ghost walk. But
Oh, yeah.
it was showcasing
Yeah.
the individuals that were from Cicero that have
Mhm.
passed, and some of the
Okay.
stories there were
Yeah.
really awesome.
Yeah.
We did one at the Cicero Cemetery. Again, I don't know why they stopped doing that. No, I don't think you know either, Teresa, but it'd be cool if
It would be. Yeah.
if
Yeah, we
Cicero
have,
Historical Society could pick that up at the Cicero
Yeah,
Cemetery again.
absolutely. Yeah, it sounds a little weird to say, and I claim this weirdness with pride, but we have a lot of cool cemeteries in Cicero
Yeah.
that have a lot of cool people in them. So it would be a very neat event if we could figure out how to do that or to organize that.
And it get bigger each, I remember the first time
Yeah.
it was like 50 people, and then it grew each year. So it was always something, was always really fun to do in the fall,
Yes,
especially.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, that is definitely something that we'll look into. Kind of I don't want to say the barrier, but the work that we would have to do for that is finding people to talk about and really making sure we do good research into those people so that we tell their stories accurately. But that is absolutely something that we can do.
Thank you.
2 questions. Have you worked with anybody at Cicero Elementary in terms of teaching this local history in the schools?
We have not.
Okay.
I would be proud, I'd be very happy to. I know in the past that I think a lot of the local elementary schools would have field trips to our location to see the building, but then that kind of peter off for various reasons. But
Okay.
that is definitely something that we'd be interested in doing.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to help you or connect you if that's, all my kids went through Cicero. I still have 2 there. So if I just know, like, in listening to you, my kids would be fascinated with this,
Hope
much
so.
more so than other history that they don't pay attention to. So I'm like, that's kind of cool, they should be bringing this into the schools, especially because it was Cicero Elementary before the Cicero Elementary.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Then the other thing is do you have an option on your website where it's not mailing a check, where it's like just entering online and submitting payment for membership and for donations or what have you?
That is what we're working on now.
Okay.
So I've literally opened up a PayPal account, I think a week ago, and are working on doing that because obviously it would be super easy to, use a QR code or just donate with a PayPal button. So it's definitely something that we're working on.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Public comment? Anybody like to come up and speak? No? With that being said, make a motion to close the meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.